Hi, everyone. I've decided to go live from Eyes on Sports or Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnak. Now, the reason why I've gone live, and I probably didn't expect to be needing to, but just the whole scenario of late, of the way that we have had an amazing series of the IPL 2025. Quite incredible. I'm going to try and just going to try and work out a way of getting my stand a bit more organised. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. If it ever lets me. My stand is horrible, guys. All right. So I was on Indian television today, Viacom, about my predictions of the IPL 2025 grand final, not just grand final, but final. You can see me with a Zanzibar t-shirt. Now, the IPL 2025, the final itself in Ahmedabad starting in less than 24 hours is going to be a humdinger, I would call it. Humdinger because you've got two teams. Both have never won the final. RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore. In fact, they've been going for 18 years and haven't won any titles at all. And have had Virat Kohli the whole time, and he has not taken home a trophy at this point, which is rather unsettling, to be really honest with you, because it's something that he's one burning ambition. He's played Test cricket. He's now retired. He's basically close to finishing his overall red and white ball career, and the only career that's in essence not complete is the IPL, having had no victories for his beloved Royal Challengers Bangalore. On the other hand, the team they're playing against, Punjab Kings, have never made a final and won either. They've gone close. They made the final called Kings 11 Punjab in that capacity, but not as Punjab Kings as they are now. In that situation, of course, Shreyas Iyer, their captain, has had quite a bit of success. In fact, as recently as last year in 2024, when he won the IPL playing for KKR, Kolkata Knight Riders. He was also previously the captain involved with Delhi Capitals back in 2020. So he could well go back to back for winning 24 with KKR and 25 with PBKS, or Punjab Kings as they're better known as. So quite a remarkable feat for Shreyas Iyer. So both Punjab Kings and RCB both have not won the finals. We're going to have a maiden so-called victory there now, which is very, very, very exciting. So let's look at the fixtures and results. The game we're looking at here is in Ahmedabad, effectively June 3rd. It's saying 12 a.m. I'm not sure what time that exactly will be held my time. But if you look at the actual stats, it's quite remarkable indeed. Let's open her up. So the RCB versus PBKS is an IPL final, as they're quoting, with the potential for great joy, of course, if either team wins, there's great joy, and heartbreak if they lose, especially in the case of Virat Kohli. There'll be a lot of heartbreak if his team loses. Hi to Hitesh Basi. I'm really good. Devenshu Mittal, hello, how are you? Or Dave Warner, or the person who says he's Dave Warner. So let's just go through this a little bit. One of these teams, of course, will win a prize that had eluded them for 17 plus 18 years. The other would want to be you wouldn't want to be in the camp. Correct. One's going to be there having won for the first time in 17, 18 years, or will be 18 years, in fact. The other won't want to be in their camp because they've lost yet another. It'll be great hardship. The big picture, let's go through the big picture. They break up the Holy Trinity. So seven teams of their names etched on the IPL trophy. One of them doesn't exist anymore. Two weren't part of the league when it began. Incredible. Then you got Royal Challengers Bangalore, or Bangalore as I would say, RCB, and Punjab Kings PBKS. have been in the IPL ever. They've been IPL ever present. Therefore, they've been in it since the beginning. They've made 4 finals between them, but neither have won the title. RCB and PBKS have instead come to be grouped with Delhi Capitals, another trophyless owed basically franchise, into which what social media refers to as the IPL's Holy Trinity. Yes, the 3 teams. Delhi Capitals, they were called before that something different. RCB and PBKS, the 3 teams are in the Holy Trinity of non-winners from the beginning. There is a certain amount of derision in the nickname, but it's acquired a softer, warmer feel over the years, with even fans of the 3 teams using it with a sense of irony and solidarity with their fellow sufferers. On Tuesday night, which will be into Wednesday morning at my time, the Trinity won't be a Trinity anymore. It'll be, in fact, 2. One of RCB or PBKS will have finally won the IPL on their 18th attempt. The other, well, you wouldn't want to be in that camp because there'll be then 2 teams, Delhi Capitals and them, that have not won it. I'm a KKR supporter, to be honest with you. I'm glad they've won over the years, in fact, last year. But yeah, I want RCB. I've got my heart is out there for Virat Kohli. The fact that Shreyas Iyer has got nothing to prove. Of course, there is also a substantial Australian contingent involved with these matches, with everyone from Glenn Maxwell, Tim David, but Josh Inglis for Punjab Kings and Josh Hazlewood for RCB. 2 significant players for either side. And of course, the coach of PBKS is in fact Ricky Ponting, who has had quite a bit of success over the years with various franchises in this mode. So for a PBKS fan, it would be another pre-season reset. They've had too many to keep count of, coming to nothing, and an anticlimactical finish to a campaign full of ingredients. That would make for a rollicking sports film, of course. A coach went out of his way to bring a captain with a point to prove, namely Shreyas Iyer. The 2 of them meant creating a space for a group of uncapped, unheralded local players to grow into starring roles, bringing hope to a team that had till then only known misery. Quite substantial, actually. For an RCB fan, though, Royal Challengers Bengaluru, it would be a 4th defeat in a 4th final. They've been defeated 3 times previously. And all the promise of a new way, a team that finally found the perfect balance between bat and ball, which they have, between top order flash and batting depth, between superstars and support cast, coming to the same old end. So that's the worry if RCB fans fail at this point as well. It would be, above all, as they say, another bitter blow to Virat Kohli, or for Virat Kohli, when he has put together another reason of insatiable run scoring. Great season, in fact. A record 8th with 500 plus runs, which is amazing in the IPL format. At the tail end of it, a monumental 12-month that he have included T20 World Cups and Champions Trophy triumphs on the one hand, and a bittersweet Test retirement on the other. Destiny surely cannot be planned in the 18th trophyless season of IPL for Virat. But for the man with 18 on his back. Now think of that significance. Virat Kohli has the number 18 on his back. This is the 18th season without a victory. Is there any more of a superstition going on there than that? So AB de Villiers has commented he hopes that Virat lifts the trophy. Having played for RCB, he'll be rooting for the boys of RCB, as you would imagine, having de Villiers played for that franchise. 2 teams then are tantalizingly close to finding the fulfillment that has eluded them for 17 years into its 18th. But one will fail or fall, in fact, at the last attempt or step of the journey. Seldom has an IPL final promised so much joy and so much heartache at once. That's quite substantial commentary there. You'd think that Virat Kohli's anguish would be louder and clearer, considering he has not won at all. Shreyas Iyer, on the other hand, Did it last year for KKR. It's not necessarily a burden that he needs to get off his back. He has won as recently as last year, but he's in red hot form. But my question is, has Shreyas Iyer reached this form one game too early? Has he played his peak match against Mumbai Indians last game, and has he reached his peak already? That's the question, and if that is the case, then he may falter in the final, which would not be the end of the world for PBKS, or at least for Shreyas Iyer, having won with KKR. For Punjab Kings, it would be a bit of a frustration, I've got no doubt. In the spotlight, Rajat Patidar and Yuzvendra Chahal. Rajat Patidar winning 6 in qualifier 1 against PBKS was a symbolic movement or moment for RCB because their batting approach through IPL 2025 has mirrored that of the captain who took over the start of the season. So Patidar is captain with Kohli on the side. He set the tone early on too with player of the match performances that helped RCB beat, of course, CSK at Chepak for the first time in 17 years, and Mumbai Indians in Mumbai for the first time in 10 years. Significant. RCB beating 2 major franchises, CSK major winner and MI, on their home grounds in 17 and 10 years, respectively. His returns have tailed off since, though, and his number for the season is 286, runs at an average of 23.83, and a strike rate of 142.28. So Patidar has fallen away, but then Kohli's been there. I don't quite capture his impact. Of course, the early strikes were important. The dip won't phase him, though. He'll come out playing the shots, and that's just how RCB might need to batting as a powerful Punjab lineup in Ahmedabad, which has been one of the highest scoring venues this year. So, batting paradise. Yuzvendra Chahal has won the IPL once, technically having played 1 match for MI when they won the title in 2013. He won't feel like he's won it, though. He's been in 2 previous finals with RCB and Rajasthan Royals and lost both of them. On Tuesday, he will be up against RCB, with whom he played for 8 seasons. Interesting. A hand injury kept him out of PBKS's defeat to RCB in qualifier 1, but he made match-winning contributions against his 2 other old teams either side of that. So let's see, Chahal could be very significant. In Chahal's last game before the injury break, his middle orders craft helped slow Rajasthan Royals down after a rollicking start to a chase of 220. Punjab eventually won by 10 runs. On his comeback, he took the big wicket of Surya Kumar Yadav, SK, and qualified 2 against Mumbai Indians, the last game played. Chahal has already hurt RCB once this season, taking 2 for 11 in a low-scoring, rain-shortened contest in Bengaluru. Can he do it again with the biggest match of the season? So Chahal is a significant person, but the most significant to me is still Kohli. And Josh Hazelwood too. I think he could make a big difference to the whole scenario as well. Team news and likely 11s. Will Tim David play? I think he should. The one major injury doubt ahead of the final surrounds Tim David, who missed RCB's last 2 games with a hamstring injury. If he's fit, he is likely to come straight in the back of the lineup at the expense of Liam Livingstone. So both Livingstone and Tim David are great players anyway. So the RCB probable lineup, let's see if you think the same as what we've got here. Phil Salt in good form with Virat Kohli, Mayank Agarwal, Rajat Patidar as captain, Livingstone David, Jitesh Sharma, Romario Shepherd, Krunal Pandya, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the bowler, great bowler, Yash Dayal, Josh Hazelwood, significant, with 12th man, Suyash Sharma. 2 days after winning qualified doing his MI at the same ground, PBKS are likely to stick with the same combination, you would imagine so. Chahal played against MI and bowled his full quota. Bowling coach James Hopes, Australian James Hopes, is a PBKS bowling coach, another Australian connection. He revealed after the game that he had been at less than full fitness, Chahal, that is. If Chahal's hand doesn't allow him to play the final, PBKS could either go with just one spinner or bring in Harpreet Brar. So let's look at the Punjab Kings probable lineup with Priyansh Arya as opener, with Prabhashmiran Singh, of course. Josh Inglis, number 3, pivotal position. Shreyas Iyer, 4, another pivotal position. Nahal Wadera, Shashank Singh, Australian Marcus Stoinis, kind of up and down. Azmatullah Omazar, Vijay Kumar Vishak, of course. Cole Jamison's been pretty solid. And Arshdeep Singh, significant. Now, will the 12th man be Chahal or Harpreet Brar? Will it be on the side? We'll wait and see. So looking at this, we've got what, one Australian in the RCB lineup, Josh Hazlewood, and 2 in the Punjab lineup with both Josh English and Stoinis, as well as the coach being Ricky Ponting, and the assistant coach there of James Hopes. The pitch conditions will be pretty irrelevant, I would say. Final has a reserve day, so there's no issue with rain. It's been a high-scoring ground. We know that the so-called Narendra Modi Stadium, certainly high-scoring, which will probably suit, I would argue it will suit RCB more. Scores more than 220 aren't exactly uncommon. The team batting first has won 6 out of the 8 matches, but the team winning the toss has tended to chase. So, a bit of a strange one there. You win with 6 of the 8 matches being the team batting first, but most tosses have been to chase. So, where's the incongruity there? Okay. It's difficult of assessing totals in high school conditions, doing on 7 times out of the 8 games. So, look, who knows? I'd bat first. Always bat first. My thoughts. Punjab have played twice here this season and won both times. They played their first match of the season here and scored 243. Very impressive for 5 in a tone-setting performance, and returned for qualified 2 where they shrugged off a dispirited defeat to RCB in qualifier 1 by chasing a target of 204 with an over spare against Mumbai Indians. RCB come into the contest having beaten Punjab twice in 3 meetings. They will be disadvantaged by not having played in Ahmedabad yet this season. Mild disadvantage, I would say. The pitch for the final were mixed soil, red and black, surface in the middle of the square. That's where Punjab opened their season with a win over Gujarat Titans, a winner of the IPL. A 2-hour spell of unseasonal rain delayed the start of qualified 2. There is a chance of rain again on the final, but a low one according to forecasts, so unlikely to affect anyone. A reserve day is in place should the final be not completed on Tuesday, so there's going to be a result here. Some of the key stats of the match and tactical pointers, want a better word, the Hazlewood threat. Now, Josh Hazlewood, I would argue, would never have been in the picture of a T20 position, but he certainly has been able to do that. Josh Hazlewood, 21 wickets, needs to take a 5 to wrest the purple cap away from Prasidh Krishna. So there you go. While that may not happen, Hazlewood could yet play a key role in shaping the final. He's already taken 6 wickets in 3 games against Punjab this season and dismissed Josh English and Shreyas Iyer twice each. His T20 record against Iyer is phenomenal. 11 runs conceded in 22 balls and 4 wickets. So Shreyas Iyer will not be looking forward to facing Hazlewood. Suyash Sharma has been a marked preference for bowling to right-hand batters, average of 31 during the IPL, with the contrast even more exaggerated against Punjab Kings. So yeah, it's no coincidence that Nahal Wadera, the only left-hand batter in Punjab's team, middle order, has hit Suyash for 21 off 12 balls, so significant. While Kohli has freed up his general approach to 220 batting, he still shows a tendency to slow down in the middle overs. I don't think it's a serious matter, particularly the period immediately after the power play. I wouldn't be against it. Patidar can destroy any attack or especially spin on his day. But he goes in the final with a fair quality record against Harpreet Brar and Chahal. Quotes. Here's some quotes for you. I think until now I have no idea about Tim David. Doctors are there and we'll get to know that this evening, says the captain RCB, Rajat Padidar. All I can say is that I went back to my room and slept, and then I came here, so I've got no news about Tim David. Is Chahal's hand okay after he bowled at least 100% physical over one? His captain Shreyas Iyer doesn't know or won't say. So they're very tight-lipped in all the injury issues of the team. So there you go. Punjab with Josh English and Stoinis. RCB at this point with Josh Hazlewood and potentially Tim David. And of course, Virat Kohli padded up the order. And probably the most pivotal person, Shreyas Iyer, for PBKS. Let's look at the questions. I'm fine. I've been travelling a little bit. I'm back in Australia now. And I'm not been that well, actually, to be honest with you. But it's all right. Ask me some questions. Ritual Singh said hi. Constance, of course, is when it comes to the World Test Championship coming up on June 11th, the day after my birthday at Lord's. It looks as though Constance will not be selected and Labuschagne will open, which I think is not a good thing for long-term cricket. I don't think it's good at all. Cameron Green, it looks like he's returned as well. Be interesting to see what happens there. South Africa, underdone, underqualified to be in a World Test Championship. Australia should absolutely smash South Africa, to be honest with you. South Africa have enlisted the opening bowler for England, Stuart Broad, to try to help them out. You're going to need more than that. Pity that Stuart Broad can't play for them, because it'd be probably worthwhile having as a player. Yeah, there we go, guys. I've been live here for 20-odd minutes. It's 2:30 in the morning, so what was it now? It's about 9 p.m. in India. RCB or PBKS. Dave Warner was asking, look, my heart says RCB. Shreyas Iyer bats to form. You would argue he would be more of a favourite if they bat second. I think PBKS have to bat second to win this, to be honest. RCB need to bat first to win it. So it's a kind of a very toss of the coin situation, I must say. Punjabi as gay eye. Oh yeah. So Manjit Singh, I think that Punjab probably got a bit of batting lineup, perhaps, but the RCB bowling lineup with Josh Hazlewood, having taken Shreyas Iyer's wicket and Josh English. Josh English is a really... Who am I supporting? I want RCB to win. My heart tells me Virat Kohli deserves it. Number 18 on his back, 18th year. It's very appropriate. He doesn't win. He doesn't win this time. Will he retire? Is the question. Having a nice old McDonald's coffee. India without Kohli and Rohit against England. Yes, Manjit Singh, I think it's pretty sad and I think a bit premature for Kohli to have gone as well as Rohit Sharma for this England series. India, I'm afraid, have got some great quality players, but they've got a bit of lack of tests experience in that batting lineup. I mean, really, they're not really... Gill's not yet that established, I would argue. Karun Nair, who's a big run scorer, was certainly a smart inclusion. Sarafraz Khan, I would have had him in as well, but no true experienced head there. And Rohit Sharma going Virat Kohli, he could have played a couple more seasons if you ask me. Gill struggling overseas, yeah, he is. Well, he certainly It's going to be interesting. The burden of being captain won't be much fun for him. And Kohli deserved 10,000 test runs. Got 9,000 on. He deserved to go to 10, in my opinion. As has Joe Root, Steve Smith, and Williamson's on his way, if not there as well, being the top four of that era. All right, so RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore as they've been known, in their 18th season. Wow, IPL 18th season. That's quite incredible when you think about it. Will they win? They should. When they beat Punjab Kings recently, they got the wood on them a little bit. Technically, you would argue that on paper, you would argue that RCB should win, despite having not played in Ahmedabad all season. Punjab have. They played the first game. They played very well. It all comes straight. So, as I said, I think played his final in the qualifier against Mumbai Indians, played his best game in that match, and effectively may have left his best match to there. Kohli will be bloody determined to score runs. Patidar should be as well. Whereas Punjab have got Josh Inglis there and Stoinis. But Josh Inglis is a bit of a key with Shreyas Iyer for sure. And of course, the coaching of Ricky Ponting and the experience he brings could be very significant for Punjab Kings. Shreyas Iyer winning last year with KKR. Again, played in 2020 for Delhi Capitals, who have not won. His experience with winning IPL is as recent as last year. Only last year, Shreyas Iyer won on the IPL. So he's buoyant. He's red hot. For him to win it with two franchises makes his monetary crore worth substantial, and deservedly so. Hi there, Abid. Any other questions, guys? The IPL's been a long season. Probably too long, I still think. But anyway, this final is a very justified final. I see RCB have to be the favourites. Shreyas Iyer, in his own form, will stand up. But I do think the Josh Hazlewood factor, more than the Chahal factor, will be the important one. Josh Hazlewood is a big match player. Won many a championship and tournament, ICC trophy, beginning it done in the match that matters. That is the final. So we would be looking at that being the case. All right. So if no other questions, we'll talk before the match tomorrow or today, if not today. So Hoff has never lost to finally. It's pretty true. Hazlewood certainly is the key factor there for RCB. So let's say RCB win, the first in 18 years. Kohli's number 18 is appropriate. Shreyas Iyer will be disappointed, but then again, he won last year. He can't win them all. And he's worth his weight in gold in terms of any franchise taking on Shreyas Iyer and also Ricky Ponting. Tim David's presence. Tim David with Josh Hazlewood and Josh Inglis with Stoinis, the four Australians with that are on the field, two on the stand, with Punjab having both James Hopes as assistants and the coach being Ricky Ponting. So there we are. We have some 6 Australians off the bat there that are either indirectly or directly involved. Good luck, RCB. Good luck, Punjab. Either team will be a first. We'll have a new champion on the trophy as opposed to the group of 7 that have won previously, which have included, of course, Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians being some of the major winners of that tournament. Both those teams were comprehensively beaten by Punjab this year. RCB have been pretty damn consistent and deserve to be there. Let's see. For Virat Kohli's sake, let's go, Virat. Your opportunities arise. You've got a great chance. Go, Virat. Go, RCB. Who's your victory? Let me know who will be the new champion in your minds. Otherwise, we'll say goodbye for now, guys. Thank you for being a part of the show. Talk soon. This is Norman Conchling on Eyes on Sports, Eyes on Cricket. View, like, and share the post, and please subscribe to my channel. Some 53,500 subscribers to date. All the best.